a very important medicinal shrub of the Shivaliks, Justicia adhetoda, with various other synonyms, Justicia zalanica, adhetoda vesica. And the flower are two-lipped, and our forefathers saw laughter of lion in the smiling flower, and it was aptly named as Singhasya, the laughter of lion. Panthera leo leo, white lower lip with fascinating maroon colored lines, which are in fact honey guides. They tell there is honey, there is a reward for the pollinator, whosoever it may be. You will be rewarded with sweet nectar inside if you come, and in the process you will transfer pollen from anther to the receptive stigma, and that is the purpose of flowers. So flowers, in fact, they are reproductive structures which attract pollinators to effect the pollination, and for that purpose the flowers have various adaptations. It may be very colorful, it may be having nectar, it may have very long tube where only some birds with long beaks are able to sip that nectar. Some are just able to provide access to the nectars only to the butterflies. So there is a talk about the flower insect or flowering plant and insect co-evolution. In the process of evolution, after the Cretaceous proliferation of flowering plants, there was also the insect evolution, and various pollinators, maybe insects, entomophily, or birds, ornithophily, or bats, chiropterophily, or it may be ants, myrmecophily. So different kinds of pollination mechanisms were developed by the flowers. So here in Justicia adhetoda, which we in Jammu locally called as Brankar, there are locations in Kathua, Basoli, where it is also named as Basuti, and we see on its flowers there is a nectar. So honeybee has peeped inside to sip the nectar. In the process, pollen got attached to its back, and thereby it will lead to pollination. So we can see this is honey yielding shrub of the Kandi belt, dry arid lands, and feast for the honeybees, Apis cerana, Apis mellifera, and mostly the beekeepers put their beekeeping boxes near the wilderness where you have lot of flowers, especially the Justicia adhetoda, named in honor of Justice, naturalist, who was deeply interested in the study of plants. Adhetoda is basically a Tamilian name, which means which is not eaten by the goat. This particular shrub, all parts, whether it is flower or seed or stem or roots, panchang, all 5 parts are useful in Indian system of medicine, especially Ayurveda. Leaves contain a drug alkaloid which is called vesicine. C.K. Atal and other scientists working in Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine at that time, institute was named as a regional research laboratory. So they have done excellent work on this bush, which in Hindi it is called as Adusa. Sanskrit name is Vasa. From Vasa there was this species, Vasaka. Adhetoda Vasaka or Vasica, modified from the word Vasa. It has fetid smelling plant and not grazed by the cattle or goat, even goat. They spear this shrub. So leaves are not grazed by the animals, but flowers provide nectar to honeybees, and that way this particular shrub is contributing for the apiary sector. As we are celebrating the International Day of Forests today on 21st March, coinciding with vernal equinox or spring equinox, when you have day and night of equal length, and there's the onset of growth even in the temperate mountains, Himalayas, especially Europe, North America, and in the Himalayas. So this is the time when we celebrate International Day of Forests. It is preceded by the 20th March, a day before International Day of Forests. We celebrate the day to conserve two species. One is house sparrow, that is Passer domesticus, and other is frog. So 20th March is celebrated globally as World Sparrow Day as well as World Frog Day. And nothing exists in nature, anything in isolation. So each and every entity, whether they are plants, whether they are animals, they have associations. So associations need to be adored and explored. So youngsters must appreciate the association of hornbills, green pigeons, and barbets with the figs. Fig fruits are voraciously eaten by these three group of birds. Hornbills, Ossiceras birostris in Jammu we find. There was a Narcondam hornbill, Rhyticeras narcondami, discovered by father of Indian ornithology, A.O. Hume, from Narcondam Island and Andaman Islands. But these hornbills also help in seed germination, which is called as midden seed germination. As the females, they get enclosed inside the tree holes, and all excreta have also the seeds. Various forest tree species get hastened germination after the seeds collected from these middens at the base of the hornbill nests are collected and sown in the field. So that way they play very important ecological role. Even barbets, we have Silopogon. For example, Virens is the great Himalayan barbet, which is called in Dogri as Treu, and in Himachal, Uttarakhand as Meoli. Again coming to sip the nectar from another rhododendron arboreum tree found in the temperate hills in locations like Dudubasantagad, Mashedi, Bani, Sarthal, in Trakota Hills, Bhairogati area, Dheraki Gali. Likewise, we find it at locations even in Riasi, Sangad forest. If you see this particular shrub, this is also declining in the outskirts of Jammu as a result of rapid infrastructural development. All lands are being cleared of the wilderness, all these wild shrubs feeling the stress, and some invasive alien species has found the firm foothold. For example, this Lantana camara. Although this also attracts the butterflies, and these berries are also eaten by some birds, but this is alien to our Indian habitats, Indian forests. This is not our species, this is invasive alien species, and its eradication stands recommended. So there we find another creeper, rather climber. This is called as Cryptolapis buchnanii. The leaves are opposite and each leaf looks like jamun leaf, but this is a creeper. So this is not a tree and this is not jamun, rather this is from the Nerium family, Apocynaceae, and this in local Dogri name called as the Kali Terni. So this is also a medicinal plant, and even latex is used for putting punctures in the cycles. So it has a rubber-like elastic qualities of its latex. So along with this Cryptolepis buchanani, we are also seeing another tree, which is Senegalia catichu, or locally called as care. Earlier it was an Acacia catichu. So the pods are able to show you here. Another plant which we see behind is bear, and this is also useful for tussar silkworm rearing. Although Carria laca or lac insect favors to breed on the kusum leaves, Sclechera oleosa, but they also breed on the foliage of Butea monosperma plasdoc or Gigifus maritiana. So whatever we see in the wilderness, it has connectivity to human health, human economic security. Moreover, dense forests, they recharge the ground aquifers, so drinking water scarcity we can face if we go for large scale deforestation. So conserving forest means conserving water for our agriculture, horticulture, even industrial utilization, even for drinking purposes. And if you have water, only then there will be thriving biodiversity around. So on the International Day of Forests, let us know forests more intimately and know the different plants insect relationship, including what kind of pollination mechanism the flowering plants have developed over the years, and which are the relict species, Mesozoic time or dinosaur time. Living fossils are also seen in India. For example, Nasica betracus sahidarensis, a very unique frog discovered from the Kerala Sahidari mountains, and this is a frog which comes out of its burrow only for a night. So it is very difficult to spot it. It has a long nose. It's also called the purple frog or pig-nosed frog, and it was discovered by Satyabhama Das Viju way back in 2003. Another species was also discovered, that was in 2017, that is Nasica betracus bhupati. So we have many Rawarchestis species which are very colorful, and these frogs are also playing very important role in keeping the mosquito population under control, and thereby helping us to check or control the spread of malaria. And there are many plants which are also useful in cancer therapy and curing malaria. Indian system of medicine, Ayurveda, is age old. So on International Day of Forest, we need to conserve whatever wilderness is around, and also start cultivation of known economically very important medicinal and aromatic plants, including Justicia, Adhetoda, Adusa, or Singhasya.